Hello everyone, happy Monday. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hello when you jump on the video. Hit that heart button for me. If you see a red live button up here, you're catching live. If you don't see that, then you are catching the replay. So if you would, please put exclamation point replay in the comments for me to let me know that you've seen the video. And as always, I have a keyword for you guys to type in. Type in the keyword berry, B-E-R-R-Y, and I'm going to send you a message with the supply list for all the things that we're using tonight to make this project. You guys, I am absolutely shocked at the amount of supplies that I have to do this project without planning it. Just in my craft stash alone, I have got a ton of accessories and things. So our Club Couture project for this month does have the cherries. But another really, really fun summer berry, you guys, is the strawberry. So tonight we're going to be doing this berry sweet transfer. And wait till you guys see what I have in store for this one. Hopefully I can get my comments pulled up here. Man, oh man. I think I see him. Hi, Sissy. Hi, Missy. Hello, Carol. Hello, everybody. Hi, Leanne. Oh, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Maxine. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Darlene. Hi, Nancy. Hello to everybody as you guys are jumping on. Yay! I got a little bit faster today, right? Hello, everybody. Hi, Pam. Hello to all my friends as you guys are catching the video tonight. I appreciate you all coming on here with me. Hello, Loretta. Hello, Ann. Hello, Kathy. Happy Monday. Hi, Frankie. Hello, Janet. Berry is the keyword. Type in the word berry to get the supply list. Hi, Teresa. Oh my gosh. Hi, Sandy. Hello, everybody. All right. So a little while ago, just what was it, a week or two ago, Laura's watching while on vacation. Where you at, girl? Hey, Callie. We did a project using that acrylic sheet, and that was a huge, huge, huge hit. So I'm going to show you guys yet another way to use these acrylic sheets tonight that you guys, I think, are really going to love. Hi, James. So here's the thing, though. We do have them also in a 9x12. This, of course, has a piece of cardboard on here. Oh, no, Lynn, I bet you do. You're probably the first person on there, and I miss your name as I'm trying to pull them up. But hello, Miss Lynn. How are you doing? Hi, Karen. So this does have a backer sheet on, or it's on a piece of cardboard. Once we take that off, you can see from Pelican Lake, Wisconsin. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Sandy. Oh, thank you. That this right here it is see-through once you pull off the protective coating on both sides. Okay, and then we've got the piece of cardboard. We're actually going to use the cardboard tonight as well. Hi, Elizabeth and Holly and Dina. Welcome in, everybody. Come on in. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to each other. Hi, Linda. Hello, Wanda and Sissy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started here just by pulling the coating off of both sides of this thing if I can. I usually struggle with this part. They definitely put the coating on there before they cut these things. Hi, Christine. And then I struggle, and I struggle, and I struggle. But I promise you guys, it does have a layer of protective coating. And once you get your fingers on that and get that all pulled off on both sides, and this is clear all the way through. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Roseanne and Teresa. Oh, you guys, I love it. I love it. Hi, Joanne. All right, so there's one side peeled off. I'm just going to throw that piece away there and see if I have as good a luck with this side, trying to get this side off of here. This is like the hardest part of the entire project. Hi, Lori. Hello, Joanne. Berry is the keyword, you guys. We are doing a berry sweet project tonight. I'm almost there. I got a little... Oh, I got it. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so once we've got that all pulled off there, you can see that this is as clear as can be. It's like a sheet of glass, only it's safe around the grandkids. It's safe around the children, you guys, because this is not going to break. This is like a Plexan, I'm guessing, an acrylic Plexan kind of thing. Who saw Oh, who saw Carol and Laura shake their groove thing on stage? Everybody that was there did. Hi, Deb. And if you've been to my VIP group, then you can see me and Carol shaking and doing our groove thing on the dance floor at the Get the Camp Chalk. It was a lot of fun, you guys. It was so much fun. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start first with this piece right here. We just got that one ready. This is the Berry Sweet Slim Cut that coordinates with this transfer. We're going to do something a little bit special with this tonight, I would say. Thank you. How's my goal coming along? Amanda says. She says, you're looking so skinny, girl. Looking good. Congratulations. How's your goal coming along? Yes, you can use plexiglass. Absolutely. Hi, Connie. So I'm currently about 5.5 pounds away from my goal, but I don't care if I get there or not. I feel good where I'm at right now. And I've cut back on everything, on my dosing and everything, and I'm just like really slowing down and kind of weaning myself off. I wanna just be done. So that's where I'm at. Hello, Kimberly. How are you doing? All right. No, I don't want to use paper. I don't want to use paper. Not yet. I don't want to use paper. Not yet. Not yet, you guys. Not yet. We're going to grab a fuzzing cloth. Hi, Carrie. It has been a while. How are you doing? Hi, Linda. All right. So the first thing we want to do is open up our transfer here. These are reusable silkscreen transfers if you're new to my page. They are sticky on the back side, and then they have a silkscreen in all of the places where your color can go through. But there's so much more detail than anything you could ever make with a Cricut machine. So faster, easier, no weeding required for those of you who have got arthritis in your hands. Hi, Ann. Thank you. Just got home and the ER. I have the flu. My gosh, Tracy, you just can't catch a break, can you? Vitamin C, girl, tons of it, tons of it, tons of it. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this right on this fuzz cloth here. We're going to fuzz this a little bit. But one thing that I need to check while I've got this on my fuzzing cloth, hi Barb, is what direction this thing goes, because it's so easy to paint the wrong side and then realize afterwards that you painted the wrong side. So what you want to do is you just want to lay this out on your transfer and make sure that you are going to do the right side of this, the correct side of this. Hi Mindy, hi Donna, hi Barb. So this right here is going to be the side that we want to paint tonight in order to get our transfer to be smooth and perfect on here, and have it line up with the actual transfer, okay? This is our side, just like that. All right, we're going to give this thing a little bit of a fuzz. And we're going to start by prepping our slim cut, because we're going to use a slim cut today. These are just, it's a piece of, it's kind of wood, but it gives extra dimension to your projects. And I love when they have a slim cut that coordinates with the transfers. They had to give you medicine, cup filled to the top with liquid children's Tylenol. Can't swallow pills right now. And is that stuff thick as thick? Oh no. Hi Carol, you're in Missouri on your way to Wisconsin. Nurse asked me if I ever done Jello shots, and I said no. He goes, well, you're about to. Oh my goodness. You've never done a Jello shot? Tracy. Tracy. Girl. I'm going to have to try to remember that. Oh, yes, I am. I'm not even fuzzing it on the right side. You're so right, Karen. I'm going to have to remember that, because if we ever see in person, I'm going to have to bring some Jello shots. I enjoy them, and I know how to make them. Okay, here we go, you guys. Stuff is falling. Stuff is falling. We're going to start off with the slim cut first. And this is going to seem a little bit crazy and backwards, but I think that this is going to work out the best for me. So the strawberry, if I were to paint this all one color, then it's going to be weird to have red under the leaves, or it's going to be weird to have green under the strawberry part. So what we're going to start off doing first is we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of our vanilla paste and a squeegee and a squeegee, you guys. And what I want to do is I just want to define the areas. Hi, Uncle Don! I love you! I want to define the areas on this slim cut where we have a difference between the leaves and the strawberry itself. So that right there, that's really, really all that we need to do is just that little part right there, just to show us where we're going with this, okay? Road trip as soon as my car is fixed. Okay. Make sure I'm in town though first, because I have a lot going on in the month of July. 4th of July, you guys, we always take a trip. This will be our 16th year spending 4th of July with John's mom. Every single year that we have been together, we have spent it with his mom at her cabin up north. Every year. And there have been a couple of times that John's like, well, you know, somebody else has got this going on. And I'm like, oh no. Oh no. We are not missing a 4th of July with your mother. This is tradition. And I miss her and I love her and we're going. And nothing, and I mean nothing, can deter me from seeing my dearest Eileen mommy for 4th of July. So we'll be heading up there to celebrate. And now his cousins, John's cousins, have started making 4th of July a cousins weekend. So like it's like a family reunion, which is pretty awesome. You shot a 45 on Golf League tonight. Awesome! What was par, Uncle Don? Because you know those courses have different pars. Were you under? Were you over? It's absolutely, tradition is tradition. And it's not every day that we get to see her. And it's like, this is one that I'll never stop. I will never stop. And you guys know what else? Teresa's like, is that good? If it is, congratulations. She's like, I don't know anything about golf. I love it. Hi, Annette. Oh, his mom just loves it. His mom just loves that we go up there to see her. All right, you guys, so all I did was just that little part there so we can tell where the leaves are at and we can tell where the strawberry is at on here. Now I'm going to grab some Waverly, okay? I have 2 different colors of Waverly that I picked out for tonight. One of which is a newer color, and I think it's just 36. Oh, that's really good, though. Congratulations. That's awesome. So you guys, oh, one other thing I wanted to tell you guys about going up north. 4th of July weekend. You guys remember John and I, our anniversary was on the 9th of June. And it was 4th of July weekend. My first 4th of July weekend up there, our first 4th of July weekend up at that cabin, was the first time that John said, I love you. And he said it first, you guys. So it's very important to me that we go up there and we see his mommy and we spend time up there. It's very nostalgic for me, romantic. I don't even know how to put it. So many great memories up there. And I want my kids to have so many great memories up there. And I want my kids to forever, for their entire lives, always, always, always associate 4th of July with their grandma. Also been back down mine. Holy moly, girl. I just clicked on something. Amanda, I clicked on your profile and it took me off my comments. No! Okay, there we are. All right, this one right here was not his family and then your family for family reunions in July. It's a lot going on in the summer, you guys. All right, so here we go. I'm going to use, this one right here is called Pink Sky, and this one is celery. And you guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know I have a history with celery. I have a history with celery. I have a story about celery. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? I thought that the color was hideous when I first bought it. And I didn't want to use it. And then I mixed up a color. You guys, I mixed up a color that I thought was absolutely perfect. And someone was like, that looks just like celery. And so I pulled them out. I pulled out the celery and I painted it right next to the color that I had just mixed. And sure enough, they were nearly identical. Turns out I really like celery. It is really, really important to me that my kids are close to their grandparents. And John's mom and her husband, Tom, are amazing, amazing people. Absolutely amazing. Can't boast enough about how lucky I am to have them. Oh my goodness. Oh, Rosalie, so 4th of July is hard for you then. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. And I know how hard it is to lose your dad. Trust me, it does not get any easier ever. Anniversary is July 5th. All right, you guys, so here we go. We're going to start off with our celery. And I'm going to paint the top of this slim clay. You know what? I shouldn't have used my dauber. I'm glad I didn't use my dauber. With the celery, any place that we have leaves. Now, here's where I wanted my paper, so I don't just paint all over my table. Hi, Sandy. Do you remember that, Pam? I think you were watching that day, weren't you? It's like I'll never have to mix up this color again. My Missouri grandkids are coming this weekend to spend 2 weeks with you. Oh, how exciting is that? You feel the same about your in-laws? I should probably see if one of my kids can just stay up there with her for a week and then we can meet up and then she can take the other one because she loves when we do that and it saves her drive time. Hi, Denise. She loves getting to have each kid for at least a week in the summer. And right now they're getting along great though. Like, I don't know what it is. They still will not admit that they love each other. Never, never, never will my kids admit that they love each other. And yet, every time I turn around, they're hanging out with each other. They're laughing. They're watching the same shows together. They're all giggles and smiles. And then you ask them to admit that they actually love each other. And no, I don't. I can't stand my brother. And yet you want to be around him every second of every day. I got it, kid. Hey, Sandy. Hi, Denise. Hi, Brenda. All right, so I'm just trying to stay within where those leaves are at. And that's why I did that vanilla paste first. Once I get this painted, I'll show you guys kind of how it looks. And you'll see why I did this. Gosh, I need to, like, reset. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. Early afternoon tomorrow. Okay. Just let me know, girl, and I'll try to meet you up there. And if not, then I'll just give you my address and you can stop by. I'm, like, literally 2 miles from Hobby Lobby, if that. Not far. Going over the trucks. Oh, it's truck scale. I thought you said truck sale. Like what? Dale's in the market for a new truck? All right, you guys. So let me tell you a few more stories about Kentucky because we have not talked about the rest of the adventure, if I can remember it, because you guys, I have a horrible, horrible, horrible memory. So I got there on Friday. I'm trying to be really careful as I paint this because this project is like this idea that I have in my head should be pretty perfect. I'm missing comments, you guys. I'm so sorry. So Friday, I got down there at 4:30-ish, and there was a dance party, a big shindig going on. Not a dance party, an opening ceremony, I guess you could say, that started at 7. But there was a bunch of people from our team that were going out to eat and getting dressed first and then going out to eat at 5. I did not come in on Wednesday. No, I didn't get there till Thursday at 4:30. So I literally changed my clothes and I ran straight to and changed my clothes and like really fast, right, Carol? I met up with Carol. She met me downstairs. She helped me bring my bags up. And then I very, 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 very quickly, right, you guys just did the leaf section in that green, very quickly changed into my dress. While I'm changing into my dress, I realized that I had, it was Thursday when I left for there. And I got there at 4:30 on Thursday. So I realized that the one thing that I left in the truck was my fascinator. Right? But I did, where they park your car for you. Why do I forget these simple things, you guys? I valeted my truck. That's what it was. So I called down to valet and I'm like, oh no, I forgot my fascinator. Is it possible for you guys to have somebody run out to my truck and grab that and just leave that there at your desk so that on my way down to dinner I can grab it on the way out? And so that's what I did, and they did. They went out to my truck, they got it. I was booking it. Like, listen, Carol's like, we were booking it. We were too. Well, we got down to dinner. Everybody else was already seated, but nobody had ordered anything. Our timing was like almost perfect. Almost perfect. We get down there to dinner. They've got enough room at the table for us. They make spots for me and Carol. And we place our order, take a bunch of pictures with everybody, and just start chatting, you guys. The fascinator was the crazy hairpiece that I had, and it's called a fascinator. And so the food was delicious. Absolutely wonderfully delicious. We had Mexican food, and I was trying to encourage everybody not to get beans. Whatever you do, Carol, especially Carol. Because Carol was my roommate, you guys. And I was like, whatever you do, please do not order beans. Don't order beans. Please, nobody order beans. Because we were about to go to this whole thing, right? So there were just a ton of people there. Nancy, I'm sure you guys, a lot of you know Nancy. Gosh, who else? There was Dee Dee was there and Bree was there. Y'all, if you were out to dinner that day, let me know. There were so many people sitting there. I'm not Derby savvy either. Derby savvy. But Deidre was there. Was Michelle there? I don't remember if Michelle was out to dinner with us or not. Or if I met up with her later. I'm not sure if she was out to dinner with us. But as soon as I walked in, there were some ladies that were there that were eating as well. And Carol's going to put the picture Carol did put the picture on the VIP page, or she will. So you guys can kind of recognize some of those faces. But here's the thing, you guys. No, I just got a new watch band, but I didn't get a new watch. Here's the thing, you guys. It's like, okay, you guys, how do I put this? How do I say this? I remember my first Chalk Con. I remember my very first Chalk event was the Chalk Con of 2023. And there were several people who I had been watching. Jennifer was there. There were several people that I had been watching and learning from in the process, right? And when I got to my first Chalk Con, I was starstruck by Brittany Tilton. I was starstruck by Brie Rodriguez. I was starstruck by Ken Hess. I was starstruck by Debbie Westbrooks. I was starstruck by Darlene Brown. So many different people that I had been watching that I was just fascinated with. And I was like fangirling these people. You guys know, Marixa, Julie was there, Marie, Nancy, Deidre, a whole lot more. Yeah, it was hard to, it is Pink Sky is what it's called that I'm using right now. Yep. There were so many people there. And it was fantastic, you guys, getting to have dinner with you guys. So anyway, the first ChalkCon that I went to, I was just absolutely like in awe of all of these people, getting to meet Sean and Ken for the first time, getting to meet Debbie for the first time. And I was fangirling. I was totally fangirling. And it's amazing, you guys. It's amazing when you get to meet all of these people that you've been watching and that you've been learning from and admiring and all of that stuff for so long. And you guys, I still fangirl when I see Debbie Westbrooks. I do. I think she's fantastic. I think she's such a wonderful person. Sarah is another one, SPG Sarah Paige Gruber. I totally fangirled over her at first, and now we're like besties. But that first ChalkCon for me was like, gosh, it was like going to a celebrity, a place to see a bunch of celebrities, you guys. Like they should have been walking on the red carpet, right? And I was fangirling over so many people. So many people. This year, and having done this for a little while, it's like the tables kind of turned. And the same thing happened to me at ChalkCon last year. And I'm like, I was that fangirl at my last event. And this time people are coming up to me and they're wanting their pictures with me and they're super excited to meet me. And I'm like, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like that. No, Tiffany wasn't there. I think we've stopped our collaboration with her. She didn't renew this year. But it's so awesome. It's so humbling. It's such an amazing experience when people are that excited to meet you in person. Because you guys, I'm just me, right? Carol will tell you I am nothing special. Oh, man. So you know what I mean, right? But like, people were so excited to get their pictures taken with me, and it was just such an amazing, amazing experience, because I'm just me, y'all. And to be on the receiving end of that is so incredibly flattering. So to everybody who came up to me and said to me, I love watching you, you're so inspiring, and all of these great and fantastic things that everybody said to me over the week, thank you. Like, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because you made my week. You guys made my year. Getting to meet all of you guys and just knowing how much what I do is appreciated and admired and all of those things, like I love it. I love it. And it's just so exciting. So exciting. Gosh, I just made it sound like I just love the attention. No, I love getting to meet all of you guys and get our pictures taken. And I loved meeting you too, Ray. I mean, we've talked on the phone, but it's so much different when you actually get to like hug the person, say hello. So it was absolutely amazing to get to do that. But as soon as I walked into the restaurant that day, I walked in and just immediately this woman stood up. No, you didn't have to qualify. You just had to be one of the first 100 people to register, and you had to be a designer. And next year, I don't think you had to qualify. Next year, I don't know what they're going to do yet. All right, you guys, we need to clean this transfer up because we're going to put it back down on there. And we're going to do this again, okay? So we're just going to use our board eraser and a little bit of water and a very quick cleanup of this transfer. You guys. So anyway, as soon as I walked in, this lady stood up and asked me for a hug, and she asked me for my picture, and of course I took a picture with her and gave her a great big hug, and then I went and sat down with Carol, and we had some dinner with our team there, and it was just, you guys. Then we go into the room where the big thing is at, and they have this little game that we're playing. was excited that Brandy asked me to come and do the macarena. Yes! You did fabulous too, Carol. Agree with that. Oh, thank you, Denise. You have rug burn on your knee. Is that from scaring Bree? What do you have to do to be a designer? So we have the Perks membership where you can get 30% off, or we have the designership where you get 40% off, both of which are $20 a month, and both of which you get back $20 in product credit. So you really don't have to do anything but sign up to be a designer. And their designer has different perks that come with that as well. If you want more information about that, then send me a message and we can chat about that probably tomorrow, because it gets late by the time I'm done with this. If you guys want more information about how to become a designer, I'm glad to help you out with that. All right, we're going to get this thing dried up really fast here. Oh my goodness. So anyway, you guys, we go in there, we find a table. Somebody makes room for us at their table, which was very, very, very nice. And then they start to play these games. And this game was like, they picked 5 volunteers. And man, I will tell you what, Carol is quick. Carol is quick. They wanted 5 volunteers, and Carol was like, me. And she ran right up there, and she took her spot in line, and she got to be one of the first volunteers to play this game that they were playing, where you roll a dice, and each person is assigned a number, and if the dice lands on your number, you move a spot forward. And the person who gets to the end first wins a prize, okay? And so Carol went up there and she played, and it was so much fun. And the whole room is taking turns throwing this gigantic dice around. You do have to be a designer to go to Camp Chalk. Yes. Yes. It was so much fun. We got some videos of Carol playing that game as well. And then we all had drinks and we sat around and mingled for a little while. And then it was round 2 to play that game. And this time I was like, me. And it was my turn. And I got up there and I was, actually I was in the same spot that Carol was in. You don't have to be a business builder. You're right. You only have to be a hobbyist. You don't have to be a business builder, but you do have to have designer status. And I think that this year you had to be a qualifying designer, which meant that you had to be an active designer, meaning that you can't be somebody who hasn't placed an order in a year and all of a sudden just comes into the process, or just wants to go to Camp Chalk even though you haven't been active. I think you have to be active. Hi, Beth. You're a new follower. Well, welcome to my page, Beth. I hope you love this project that we're making tonight that I'm not really explaining very well. I'm chatty today. All right, you guys, I'm using surface wax over top here and then buffing that off just to make sure that I don't pull up the paint that we just did. You guys, everybody say hi to Beth. Welcome in, girl. Peg, send me a message and we can talk about the differences. It's hard for me to teach a project and go over the specifics of everything. But anybody who wants to know more about the designership, please, please, please just send me a message and we can have a chat about it. And I can give you all of the information at one time, okay? It's just hard to do live. It's just hard to do while I'm live. All right, so we've got our founding colors on here, if you will. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Hi, Florine. The difference between a business builder and a hobbyist. One does live tutorials and recruits a team. I hate that word recruit, but that's what it is. And gets people underneath them. The other person is just in it for the discount. That's pretty much the difference. A hobbyist doesn't do anything to actually try to turn this into a business, but they still have the discount. All right, we're going to use 2 different colors tonight for this strawberry, y'all. We're going to use some cherry red. Yes, Carol, that's the difference between Perks membership and designership. I think she was asking what's the difference between hobbyist and business builder, though. All right, we're going to use a couple squeegees here. These are mini squeegees right here, minis. And I'm going to do the top part of this strawberry with our meadow color. I chose meadow this time instead of pesto. I love pesto, but meadow I felt just kind of matched the other things that I had. And then we're going to use cherry for the bottom of this strawberry. And let's see how this turns out as we do this. Okay, so I can see through my transfer. Way too much paste though. And I'm going to try to keep my meadow just in the spots. And I also got to be careful up here too, next to that word. Just in the spots where we've got the leafiness. Is that a word? I don't know. Where we have the leafiness of the strawberry. And the stem. We're going to do the stem green too, because sure. I think the stem of a strawberry is green. Oh, I might have to grab a smaller squeegee to get in there. To do that other leafy part. Just to be sure that I don't mess this up. Let's grab a mini. Oh, you love being a Perks member. It's amazing. Sissy's like, that's me. I'm a hobbyist designer just for the discount. Oh, thank you, Carol. All right, here we go. Going around this leaf, and then we're going to do what we call the paste and pull method. So we're going to pull the transfer up while the strawberry, or I'm sorry, while the paste is still wet. That way it doesn't dry in the silk screen and you don't have an issue with it sticking in the silk screen and not actually getting down onto the surface. Just grab a little bit more here to do that leafy part. All right, we're going to pull this up. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I love that. That looks so good. All right, and then we're just going to drop that right back down, and we're going to do the rest of this in cherry. Cherry red. Cherry red. And I think that with that pink underneath there, this is going to look like a cherry. It's going to look a lot like a cherry. I'm sorry, a strawberry. Oh my goodness, you guys, what am I doing? Oh, got a little bit in the spot I didn't want on my silk screen. Oh well. I'm trying to be careful here, but still use the bigger squeegee. You got a little spot right there where there's still some strawberry. Almost, y'all. Hi, Chris. All right, almost done. A little bit left to go, but I gotta change my screen protector, my screen thing on my computer. It goes off like every 3 minutes. Oh! Oh, I should have grabbed a different squeegee. Oh, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yo! Okay, I so adore how this turned out. You guys, is that not the cutest? Oh, we should, Amanda. What do you guys think with that pink sky behind the red? That's a serious strawberry right there. That is a serious, serious strawberry. That turned out so well. Absolutely. You guys, Carlene needs prayers, if you guys don't mind. She lost her son a little while back there. Thank you. So continued prayers for her if you guys could. All right, let's get this all dried up, just like so. Hi, Margie. Thank you. Now you guys can see why I wanted to paint the top of it green and the bottom of it with the pink. If I would have done the entire slim cut just in red, it would look weird to have red behind the leaves, behind the green, right? So that's why we did it that way. How adorable. That looks good enough to eat right there. That looks good enough to eat, if you ask me. All right, now we're gonna grab, I'm gonna use my fuzzing cloth, y'all, because I don't like to do it any other way. And put my acrylic sheet right on the fuzzing cloth. All right, we're gonna grab our transfer up back. Now we're not gonna re-chalk that strawberry part. And we're going to put the slim cut back over top where that strawberry was. So even if it transfers a little bit of that paste, I'm not worried about it. Okay? So I just want to make sure that I get this positioned pretty well in the center as best I can without lifting it too many times. Right there. Because the more I have to reposition it, the better the chance is that I'm going to accidentally get even more of the paste from that strawberry in the middle in areas that I do not want on this acrylic sheet. Now, if you want to wash it, absolutely wash it, okay? And that would make things a little easier. Honestly, it would. All right. Now we're going to choose our colors to do for this part. And I'm kind of going to be avoiding using red because of what I plan to do on the back side of this, because I'm thinking ahead, right? So here we go. I'm going to use black. I am going to use, I'm going to use just the black and the green. Just the black and the green, I think, to do this next part. So black velvet and some of that meadow green. Why does it seem so thick? You guys, my black velvet is really, really, really thick. And it's full. I wonder if I accidentally left the cap off of it. Because there is no reason for it to be that thick. Shucks. It is a newer transfer, yes. This one came with the most recent launch that was our most requested collection. Having a sad day, I had to make the decision to euthanize my oldest beagle. Wonderful, perfect. Oh, Linda, I am so sorry. Became very ill very quickly this past week, and my vet is wonderful. She came to me so your girl could be at home. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, Linda. That is the hardest thing. One of the hardest things to go through, you guys. Anytime we lose someone or something that we love, it's really, really hard. And our pets are with us every single day, unconditionally loving us. So I'm so, so, so sorry. All right, we're going to give this, I gave this a couple squirts of water. Distilled water always in your jars if you need to work your paste at all. I bet I left the lid off. I bet that's what I did. I'm going to give this one more squirt. I feel like it's still not quite. Your other dogs are confused. Oh no. I think this will be good. This will be good. I must have had that lid just not quite tight enough, you guys. We're not on at all. Because there's no reason that with this much paste left in the jar that should have dried up like that. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. All right, so let's go ahead and do the words berries. Oh, no. This is what we're going to do. I'm changing my mind as I go. We're going to do the frame in black. And we're going to work from the farthest point away from us to the point closest to us. Okay, that way we can paste and pull on this as well. So I'm only going to go down at most a third of the way on the transfer at a time. Any more than that can just be too much, and then it starts to dry on you, especially if you have an air conditioning vent right there that could be drying your paste just a little faster than you'd like it to. And then I'm going to do these lines right here in the black as well, that kind of underline between the words berry and sweet. All right, now I'm going to come in with my meadow. And we're going to fill in the words very sweet and then give this thing a pull so that nothing starts to dry up in here. So you guys, all right, we're going to keep talking about this game. This game at Camp Chalk. Everything seemed pretty fair when Carol was playing. It really did. Seemed like the dice would roll and one person would get their number, and then the dice would roll and another person would get their number, and the dice would roll, and it was pretty fairly even. Dice rolling numbers when Carol was playing. Then I'm up there playing. I'm number 3, and the dice rolls 2. And the dice rolls again, 2. And the dice rolls again, 2. And the dice rolls again, 6. And the dice rolls again, 6. And the dice rolls again, 2. And the dice rolls again, 6. And the dice rolls again, 2. And I'm like, what is going on? I think somebody weighted down that dice between Carol's round and my round, because the person in number 2 had a clear advantage over everybody else. Kimberly, if that happened, then please send me a message and I can send you a form to fill out so you can get that replaced, okay? And I think the whole room was like, this is just weird. This is so strange. 2 and 6 the entire time. they're like, blow on the dice. Maybe that'll help. And we all blew on the dice. The three of us who were still back there and had not advanced at all, we all blew on the dice. And you know what happened? 2. It was crazy. That person, I hope that she went straight from Camp Chalk to Vegas and played 2 on whatever it was. Or that she went to the gas station and she played 2 boxed. I don't know how to gamble. Or however you do it, you guys. Because she clearly had an advantage with that number. 2 was her lucky number that day. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right, we're going to do these words in between here in the black. We're going to keep going with this frame till we get to the bottom. And then we can give this another pull. It was craziness. And I'm happy for her, don't get me wrong. But I think that she needs to, I think if I were in her shoes, I would have kept rolling the dice after Chalk had ended. After Camp Chalk had ended and playing that same number. Because it was crazy. All right, we're just going to do the rest of this real quick. There we go. Ooh. All right, we're going to do this part in black. Right here. Just trying to figure out how I want to stagger my colors. I'm only using 2 colors, so I kind of got to figure out how I can kind of space them and make it look good. 1 won the first round and 2 won the second round. Should have gotten Carol to blow on it. Probably. So then, I think, Carol, did you go to bed right after that? I think Carol went back to our room. She hung out for a little bit, and then she went back to our room, and she was working on her project. She went back to the room and she was working on her project for the craft thing. That's what happened. And I met up with some friends and we went to the bar. All right, you guys, let's pull this up and see what happens. We went to the bar. And I ordered a drink that's called a Lily. I'd never had one of those before. And it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then you guys, rub it on your chest to rub the 2-way, and then I rolled the bloody 2. Spraying down my transfer, you guys. So I went to the bar, and I ordered a drink, and as I'm drinking my drink, I'm not sure if I should tell you guys this or not, but I'm going to tell you guys this. Michelle came down. Now, I don't think that I can get her in trouble if I tell you guys what she did, because she's the CEO of the company. I really don't even know what was in it, but it was sweet and it had some kind of cranberry juice. And it was really, really good. I don't drink a whole lot very often, so I really don't understand alcohol. I was just like, I want something sweet and good. And he's like, okay, gotcha. So Michelle came down. Michelle is our CEO. She's a riot. She's a hoot. She's so much fun to hang out with. And she did something that none of us expected, you guys. That none of us expected. She whipped out her personal debit card and she opened up a tab for everybody from chalk that was there at the bar. And she bought our drinks all night. You guys. So I drank a few more than I normally would. She paid the tab for all of the people from Chalk, not just them, but those who were there with their husbands. She took care of the husbands' drinks as well. Picked up the tab for everybody. And let me tell you guys, it was not a cheap bill to be at the bar at the Brown Hotel in Kentucky drinking. And she picked up the tab for everybody. Y'all. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you again, my friend. It was awesome. It was so awesome. So Michelle is amazing, you guys. She's amazing because who would have done that? She was so much fun. All right. So this is what we have so far. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me put the cardboard behind it so you can really see how that turned out with the black and with the green on there. Super, super cute, right? Now, I do not want, it was very generous of her. I do not want to glue this down with hot glue, but we are going to use those glue dots, those temporary glue dots that I've used before, because these will come off pretty easily, but they're also very, very sticky, okay? And they're not going to damage this surface. So let's flip this thing over. Now, be careful when you're buying these because they have permanent ones and they have temporary ones. So you want to always make sure that if you have a reusable surface, hi Stephanie, that if you have a reusable surface that you are using the temporary, the non-permanent adhesive glue dots, the temporary hold glue dots, okay? So I don't know how many I need to put on here, but I'm going to give a good amount just so it doesn't pull up. That's probably enough. I hope I don't scratch that doing this. It was awesome. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to place this right on there where it would have been on the design, okay? So now this is what we've got so far. And you can see how that's now got some dimension to it. Again, this is still see-through. It's clear. It's clear as can be. Very, very see-through. And, oh, I've got a dog hair in there. Willow. It's got to be a dog hair because I didn't use any hot glue. So super, super cute. Now what we're going to do is I've actually got, you guys, I tried not to do this, but I am going to be using a frame tonight that's retired because it fits the acrylic sheets, which are now, by the way, low inventory and their last chance, okay? So there's only about 200 of these left in inventory if you guys want to get these acrylic sheets. I would do so sooner than later. So I have this beaded frame. This is a retired frame, you guys. This one has a chalkboard on both sides. We're just going to take the chalkboard out and use this with the acrylic instead. So I'm going to pop out my, I've been with chalk now for, August is going to be 5 years. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that out and we're going to put the acrylic sheet in here instead. Do not tell me that this doesn't fit. Ooh, it falls right through. No. Well then. All right, change of plan. Because we can still make this work. you guys. We can still make this work, okay? Here's what we're going to do. Here is what we're going to do. I'm not going to end up using that cardboard because we're not going to need it. I'm still going to use this frame because I can, but I just realized that it's not the same. It's not, it doesn't fit on there how I wanted it to. So, I want to use, we're going to go ahead and take that chalkboard again. Okay, it's white on one side, it's black on the other. I do have a design on this side, but that's okay. We're going to use the white side. And what I happen to have here in my inventory of stuff that I've happened to have is some material, some fabric material, you guys, that has strawberries on it. And I just think that this is so cute. It's absolutely adorable. Let me move this out of the way. You have 3 of these frames left. Oh, Carol, they're great frames. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out a piece of fabric a little bit bigger than this frame, okay? A little bit bigger. Now you're not going to see the back side of this anyhow. Let me grab my favorite tool here. And just cutting this slightly bigger so I can wrap it around this board. Ironing it first would probably be a good idea, but I didn't do that. Make edges bigger. Too late now, I already cut it. And the frame is going to be in there. I can't make it too big. What have I done? I love this thing, but I still struggle with it. There we go. There we go. All right, and I'm just going to grab some masking tape because it's easy, and we're going to tape this right to the back side. Oh, I want this side right here to be the back side, though. I want the white side to be what we see. Otherwise, you're going to see this pattern through it. NBD, you guys, this is going to work out. It's not what I had planned, but the end result is going to be the same. So close. So close. All right, I'm going to try to make this as tight as I possibly can get it. So I'm going to tug it, I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to essentially pin it. Pin it. With my tape. Just so that when it goes in the frame, it doesn't bunch up too much. Okay. Look how cute that is, though. Get off of my fingers, like let go. The tape is being really, really clingy. We're going to get this, you guys. Remember, I want this to still be reusable, so I want to use things that allow me to reuse it. And tape is something that's going to allow you to reuse your frame. Okay. Stop turning over, look at the edge. What are you talking about, Carol? It's fine. That's gonna, that little bit right there is gonna be hidden by the frame, I promise you. And you might be looking at the pattern design. Stop turning over, look at the edge. I don't quite understand what you mean, girl. Don't understand. No hablo, Carol. Oh, I love Sweet Magnolias. I'm going to have to watch that. The new season's on. I love that show. White edges all covered. It was showing when you turned it over. See, I got it though. See, I pulled it tight and now you can't see it. I got it now. I got it now. I had to pull it tight. I just had to pull it really tight, really tight. Because I also want to get those wrinkles out of there. Now, you guys, if I'm bothered by the way that this right here looks, I can always put a piece of cardboard behind it. But that's super cute. I'm not quite sure if I want to do more dimension than just that or not. Nope, I think that's it. I think that's it. Oh my goodness. All right. So it still is going to fall out though, right? Because it fits right in there. So what we need to do is we need to add some more of those glue dots to the back of this acrylic sheet so that it sticks to this. And that's what we're going to do, but only behind the strawberry. Only behind the strawberry. And actually, you know what? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Ever get eye drops for an eye test? Oh, no, I haven't. But I can imagine that would be horrible. All right, this is just to get this to stick to that fabric. And these little glue dots, you get 1,000 of them in one pack, so I'm not too worried. Oh, you speak. Oh, Carol's a hoot, you guys. We had a lot of fun. All right, let's put this on here. And press that down so that it stays. I don't have any of those like the clear ones, I don't think. If I do, I'm not quite sure where they are, but I know what you mean because they're sticky and they're stickier. And they are, but you guys, that's not coming off of there. Like that, those glue dots hold pretty well. See, it's on there. All right, here we go. And we're gonna do one more thing here really quick. I know that we're running out of time, but let's put this in the frame. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, so cute. And I just got to push these little things over. On the back, and now it's in. Yo, how cute is that? with that extra dimension there. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. All right, but listen, I have one more thing that I want to show you guys real quick because I pushed and I got it in there. I sure did. There's one more thing that I want to do. I actually want to make something else to go with this. And I have more supplies, and I found something that I thought was going to be absolutely adorable. That would be like another thing right next to this. So look, I was at Hobby Lobby, and I found some things, and I've had these in my craft stash for quite a while. And I mean that, you guys, quite a while. First of all is this guy right here. This is just a little tin that I picked up at the Hobby Lobby. Let me set this over here for a second. Little tin from the Hobby Lobby. So we're going to grab some more of that material. Heck, I'm probably just going to use, I'll rip this part off of here. And then grab this piece of material. Just like, oh, I'm going to put some foam or something down there first. I'm going to use paper. Just to raise these up a little bit, okay? Just to stuff that in there a little bit. And then we're going to put this right in here. Just kind of hanging off the edge a little bit. Just like so, you guys. And I have got a whole bunch of strawberries. Again, these came from the Hobby Lobby. I love the Hobby Lobby. And they're just little strawberries. They came in a pack. There's a bunch of them. Oh my goodness. So cute. And then we're going to take just a little bit of some ribbon and we're going to make a bow to go right up there on the top of that handle. And we've got this adorable little basket of strawberries to go right with it. So you guys, I have some strawberry ribbon. Again, had it for so long. Had it for so long. We're going to use the strawberry ribbon. We're going to use a little bit of some of this stuff here and just cut some strips. Of some red. And we're going to use some green and some red raffia with this as well. Okay? Thank you. Oh, I'll just put them in a Ziploc baggie later. Because I'll forget where I put that thing anyway. All right, so we're just going to take, and you guys, let's just do an awareness bow. An awareness ribbon bow. So that just means you take the two ends like this. Oh my goodness. And you cross them over each other just like that. And then bring this part down to make a little bow. And then you just scrunch it together. Oh, I might have cut that tail a little short. Either way, it's going to work. Hold on, I got to get a zippy tie. All right, so we're going to need a tray to put it in. We're just going to scrunch this and bunch this right up to have our cute little bow. Yes, for a vignette. And then I'm just going to take these little pieces here and we'll just cross the one over on that side like that. Make another loop with the other side. And cross that one over like that. And then grab some raffia. I want to leave a little bit of a tail with my raffia there. Make a little bow like that. Guys, I don't even want to use a zip tie. I want to use raffia. And I'm just wrapping this around my hand, leaving a little bit at the end and scrunching it. Okay, so just like that, we've got this cute little bow with all these different patterns and everything in there. We're going to grab the red piece of red raffia and just tie this right off in the middle. What have I done? There it is. Give that a nice, good pull and a good squeeze. And now I actually have a way to tie this on here. As well, okay? You guys, how cute is this? I love strawberries. I think that this looks so amazing. And that this cute little piece look at that! So fast and so simple to do that. It sure would, wouldn't it? Thank you, Pam. I'm glad that you love this. Look at that, you guys. So now we have the set that goes together. Look how adorable. So quick, so easy, right? You guys love it? Yes, berry is the keyword, you guys. Make sure you type berry in the comments. Grab the supply list for this. This would make a fantastic summer project. And you can get frames just like this, you guys, at anywhere. Anywhere, okay? Look at that basket. Isn't that cute? Oh, they look so good together. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, you guys, that's it for my project for tonight. I will be back tomorrow to share something else with you, give you guys more ideas for things that you can make for your farmers markets events and your vendor events that you guys want to do this summer, or just to create cute and adorable little things that you want to make for around your house. Because I'll tell you what, this is probably going to go in my kitchen for a while. I have like the perfect little spot to put it too, because I think that this is just so adorable. I love strawberries. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Again, I'm Laura with Chocolates Chocolate Designs, and I'll be back here again tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Time for another project. And you guys, our autumn collection will be available for designers starting tomorrow, but will not be available to retail customers until the 9th of July. However, I'll be doing mystery bundles. So you won't know what you get until you get it. And I'm launching those tomorrow morning. I am 90% of the way ready to get those launched for you guys. So if you love the mystery bundles, make sure that you grab one of those, read all of the information. Type in the word mystery when I post the flyer. And that's just going to get you the information. It's not a commitment to buy anything, okay? All right, you guys, have an amazing night. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, okay? Love you all so much. Thanks for watching. Facebook, give me a good picture for my thing. All right, you guys. Bye, everybody.